kind of like, I had interest in it, but I didn't really see a career path just because nobody ever steered me in that direction. But I came to find it on my own. And yeah, I wish that more people were told that it is an option and you can make really good money doing it. My name's Jasmine Moore. I'm a Red Seal Pipefitter, Steamfitter, Pipefitter, I guess you could say. When I was growing up, at first I was saying architecture. I didn't really know. And then as I went on schooling, they pushed me towards university. So eventually I was like, okay, I'm gonna be a psychologist. And about a month in, I realized that wasn't for me. And I decided to take a trade. My grandfather, father, they were all tradespeople. So they steered me into the career path I am in today. I was always straight A's, high honors. I excelled a lot in actually math, chemistry, physics. Like, that's why they kind of pushed me towards university, is just because I did well in school. But I also took a lot of trades classes. I did welding, I did carpentry, and I never really thought to pursue it until later in life, so yeah. Yes, I was outdoors a lot. I've always been an avid outdoors person. Even now to this day, I love to go ATVing. I have horses actually. We go horseback riding quite often. Really, I don't go and do my day-to-day job when I'm off and at home, but I do like to blow off some steam and just enjoy it, right? To me, there was no personable like interaction at university, and I like to work with my hands. I always have. So I decided, you know what? My father did it before me. He steered me in the right path to go and take a trade. I was going to do welding. He said, no, you aren't. He said, you can do a fitting if you want to do anything. So I said, okay, I'll try it out. And I never looked back since. Really, you can walk in there without ever having touched anything in your life. They take you through all the courses, give you all the knowledge. It's a lot of math involved, which you wouldn't really think being in a trade, but there is. There's a lot of offsets. Trigonometry is very important, as well as being able to read and decipher blueprints, which again, you can walk in there with no knowledge whatsoever. They teach all of it to you. And then there's also the ability to use the tools correctly and safely. They're gonna demonstrate that right off the hop before you even use it. Honestly, it's the camaraderie. Like, you can walk into a site not having ever known anybody there, and people are there to help you succeed. Like, you have a brotherhood or a sisterhood, if you want to call it. Especially with my union, we all have each other's backs. And the best part about it really is seeing something that starts as nothing come together to be this finished piece that really operates in a real world. It varies on a day-to-day basis. I could walk in one day doing bolt up and torquing, which it's fun, but that's not that's not everything our trade has. But yeah, I could do bolt up one day, I could come in another day and literally install 100, 200 feet of pipe in a pipe rack. It never is the same. You would start out on the tooling, and then eventually there is room for improvement. So you could go on to be a foreman or a forewoman. Eventually you can move up to supervisor. You can go on to be a consultant in the end game. Like, obviously you would need to take some business classes to be able to talk with clients, but it's really a trade that never stops expanding. Here in St. John, a lot of it is to do with the refinery or the mills, but I have also gone on to work at NB power plants. Anything that requires piping to run a product through, we could do anywheres. There's a lot of commercial work as well, which where I am an industrial pipe fitter, I don't see the commercial side of things, but it's not just in a refinery or a mill. You could be out putting piping in at a shop somewhere or a business that just started up. Like, it really, there's options to branch out, yeah. Well, honestly, this is not really on the tools, but recently I had the option to be a forewoman. So I was running a crew of people and I had to delegate tasks to them. I had to make sure that all the safety measures were in place for them to do the job efficiently. That was a really fun experience. I would love to do it in the future. But if we're talking on the tools, I really love to cut and bevel, which is really, that's the main component with pipe fitting. If you can cut a straight line in that pipe and bevel it, which is a 37.5 degree on the face of that, that's what joins this pipe together for that welder to be able to weld it. Honestly, anybody. If you can have a good rapport with people, anybody can be a pipe fitter. If you get along with everybody, like, you don't even have to get along, really. If you can just do your job, keep your head down, follow instructions well, and ask questions when questions need to be asked. Because, like, not everybody knows what they need to do going in. I don't know everything, but I'm there to learn. I'm eager to learn. That's the biggest thing. Be eager to learn. Myself, I've had no issues. I know some people that may have, but yeah, honestly, going into it, everybody was really open arms, really good. You are there to do a task. As long as you can complete that task effectively, you really won't have much of an issue. And if you do, you just speak your mind about it. Yes, yeah. So when I started 5 years ago, there wasn't too many of us. There was a few. But now, even as 5 years in, I'm seeing an abundance of people coming in. Yeah, and they're all young, ready, eager to work. Like, it's really lovely. I love to see it. Honestly, I would have to say my father. Definitely, he's the reason I'm in the career path I'm in today. He was a welder, not a pipe fitter, but he definitely steered me to have a strong work ethic and to appreciate everything that I have. Yeah. Trust yourself. Don't shape your opinions or to mold yourself onto what anybody else tells you. I wish that I had have followed my gut in the past, right? And I mean, I still made it to where I wanted to be. It just might have taken a little longer. Ooh, well, there's no shortage of work here. I love it here just because it's quiet. You can be at peace in nature, not have to worry about the hustle and bustle of a city. But also, yeah, the work, it's never ending here. You have so many mills in the refinery alone. Yeah, it's a great place for a tradesperson to be, for sure. And people tend to treat you quite well here. Yeah, you build up a friendship, shall we say. Yeah. Honestly, attending Skills Canada, that was pretty great. I wouldn't have been able to do that if I hadn't have taken pipe fitting. The experience was like none other. I mean, you're competing amongst all of the best in your trade, right? So that was really nice. And then another one, just, you know, seeing a project start from the very, very beginning. There's dirt on the ground, and I'm on one right now that we're seeing it come to the very end, you know, and that it feels good to watch that happen. Honestly, just having a good connection with people, being able to joke around. Like, for me, morale is a huge thing. If there's not a good morale in work or in life, what are you doing? Really, if you can pay attention to fine details and take pride. It's not even about, like I said, you don't have to know going in what you're doing. You're gonna learn that over time. That's what the apprenticeship is all about. But if you have the drive and the attention to detail and the will to strive to do better, I guess we could say. Yeah. If you're just constantly excelling and making yourself better, then that's really all the skill you need. So this here is a tri-square. Now this is one of the tools I use most on a day-to-day basis. Whenever I'm putting pipe together with all the fittings and all the stuff like that, this is my lifeline. So whenever I'm using this to square stuff off here, your fittings, especially socket weld fittings, which is where your pipe actually goes inside of the fitting. So this here, when you set that against the face of your fitting, and it sticks out like that, you're actually gonna be able to see via this how square your pipe is. So it could be kicked out, it could be straight on, right? It's a really good tool in that sense, as well as it comes with a little level, right? So you can use that. I also usually have a torpedo level as well, which is just a slightly longer, more of a rectangular shape level. You can actually take it right apart and use it just as a ruler alone. I can use this just to level stuff off. It does also have a 45-degree on it, so whenever I'm doing offsets with pipe, I can use the 45. But yeah, that's my tri-square. So this here is a pipe wrench. So the whole point of a pipe wrench, you see these jaws here, which have the teeth on it. So this actually opens or closes as big or as small as you need it to go. This one's usually, we do about 2-inch size in pipe with it. The 24-inch, you could get a 3-inch fitting on there, but anything over 4, we're not going to be threading, which is specifically what this is for, is threaded pipe. So those jaws, they bite down right on this pipe. You usually go about center, midpoint of that pipe. Jaws bite in, and it's just like a wrench to turn stuff, but it's used on pipe instead of nuts and stuff like that. Yeah, but yeah, that's my pipe wrench. It's one of my more used tools. I don't quite use it on a daily basis, just because we don't always work with threaded pipe. But yeah, whenever we do, it's definitely a need. Yeah.